right, Oscar De La Hoya is suing Vergil Ortiz manager Rick Mirigian for $10 million. So we're gonna talk about the details of this lawsuit. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon. All right, let's get into the details. Details of the Golden Boy riff with Vergil Ortiz manager merge in the lawsuit. Since Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy promotion is seeking more than $10 million in damages from Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s manager Rick Mirigian, claiming the veteran representative has interfered with its contract and economic advantages of the agreement. So, I mean, De La Hoya broke. At the end of the day, this is it's crazy. Mid reports that the unbeaten WBC junior middleweight champion, Vergil Ortiz, 24-0 and 22 KOs in advanced stages of the fight negotiation with recent unified welterweight champion Jerron Boots in his 35-0, 31 KOs for a bout that could fall April 25th on the zone and January 29, crafting a lawsuit cast shadow over the process. And Golden Boy's lawsuit filed in California Superior Court in Los Angeles by lead attorney Ricardo P. Sestro. The promoter claims that Rick Mirigian is interrupting efforts with the successful of the 26 fighters in order to ingratiate himself with the new Zuffa boxing head by the UFC CEO, President Dana White. So what they're pretty much saying, from my interpretation of that, is that basically Vergil Ortiz trying to go over with Zuffa. And that would be a huge slap, in the face to Oscar. You know what I'm saying? And don't nobody want to deal with Oscar, man. Oscar done lost everybody. Canelo, this supposed to allegedly be Ryan's last fight. Ryan been trying to leave for years. Why just fuck with him? Y'all listen to Clap Cap Thursday, and y'all not really looking at what's happened. Unfortunately, Mirigian has embarked on a campaign of self-promotion in an effort to ingratiate himself with the newest players in the boxing world, Dana White and Zuffa. Sestro wrote, quote, in a transparent effort to curry favor with Zuffa, Mirigian has deliberately and willfully interfered with Golden Boy's contract for his own personal interests. He is acting for himself only. So, I mean, at the end of the day, ain't no different. Business has got a lot of parallels with, the real world. These hoes gonna go with who got the money, right? We can all agree with that. You know what I'm saying? They may not be faithful, but they gonna fall. When you fall off, they fall back. Same thing in business. They flocking to who got the money. So when Rick Mirigian responded and he talked about, not being able to get money with Turkey Al-Sheikh because Oscar fucked that up. And also he talked about Oscar kind of, messing up with Zuffa, I believe he mentioned, and his beef with Dana White is bad for Vergil Ortiz's bottom line. That, they going with who got the money. In business, you hear it all the time in the music industry. These dudes, when they hot, everybody want to be their friend. Everybody want to get on the remix. Everybody want to do a song. But as soon as they fall off, you know what I'm saying? Guess what happens? They gone. You be like, well, they really wasn't my real friends. No doubt, bozo. I could have told you that. A lot of these people just be riding with you because it's for their benefit, bro. And that's the and that's the scary thing about life. Because if you ain't got no wife or you ain't got no close confidants before you really start hitting your stride, bro, that's when we start kind of countering that 42 Doug video short I did about him saying being unhappy with money is a white thing. Nah, you live long enough and you'll see. Mirigian and De La Hoya declined response to the lawsuit interview request from Boxing Scene. The lawsuit alleges that Mirigian engaged in a campaign of self-promotion and have disclosed private details of Ortiz's contractual situation with competing promoters, including Zuffa, Canelo Promotions, and Matchroom. So he leaking shit. Basically they want to leave. Ortiz is alleged in his own lawsuit against Golden Boy, the promoter's expiring union with the streaming partner DAZN provided in October 26th the freedom to leave Golden Boy. So basically, if Ortiz don't sign this fight, Golden Boy don't have a deal. So he kind of right. I'm not really under y'all thumb. Golden Boy countered in a lawsuit that is signed that Ortiz is signed to a 3-year deal August 2024. Then he won the WBC interim bill by defeating Sergey Bokachev, clinching the rights to exclusively negotiate all of the Ortiz's boxing activities and matches. So all of his listen to the contract, all his boxing activities that probably fall under exhibition, whatever. You're right. So when he won an interim belt, see, now you know why these interim belts kind of become important, and these triple wood belts and gold belts. This basically clinched the rights to them to negotiate all his fights. So that gave him the right. Had he lost the belt, they lost that fight. They probably would have dropped him. That's why they robbed Bokachev. See, these belts and they be fighting for and shit. You know, it triggers contracts and shit. You feel me? It gives them extensions and rights. But if you don't have a TV deal and you don't have a TV and I can leave, what are we talking about? You don't have a deal unless I sign this deal. I ain't signing the deal, so y'all should allow me to walk. So maybe, and I ain't here to be on Team Boots and Team Vergil Ortiz, right? But maybe the reason he don't want to sign this deal is not because, or ask for so much money. Maybe it's not because he don't want to fight Boots. Maybe he want to get the fuck away from Oscar De La Hoya. Any other offer by third parties were to be presented to Golden Boy, the lawsuit. But if I'm not under your contract, I'm not with you, you can't say that. So it's pretty much predicated on how accurate Vergil Ortiz's lawsuit is, whether, Golden Boy can win their lawsuit. Either Golden Boy gonna be paying, or they, or it's a, like I said, it's a 50-50 thing. But if what they saying is true, no deal with the zone, I'm free, then you have it. And Mirigian is alleged to have shared, terms, minimum purses, the importance of the zone union to rival promoters, weaken Golden Boy's position in the lawsuit. This is if Golden Boy lose Vergil Ortiz, that's over with. It's dead, bro. They have not a leg to stand on. I hope they lose him. Fuck Oscar. That continued through these Ortiz and Ennis talks, with the lawsuit claiming that while believing it was making good progress on the talks, Mirigian was working behind the scenes to interfere with the negotiations. By talking to Ennis promoter, Matchroom, Mirigian was undermining talks to arrange a different deal. That, according to Golden Boy, has resulted in sabotage the promoter's ties to Ortiz and the zone, triggering the lawsuit to confront his alleged misconduct. Like I said before, if we both can get more money by fucking with Turkey Al Sheik and Zuffa, yeah, like y'all go take another fight. Y'all drop out the promotion. Let us figure this out, because once this is done, no TV deal for Oscar. Oscar's down the road. He broke. No promotional company. Golden Boy probably gonna, dissolve. And we move on. It's smart to me. Fuck Oscar, man. In the last, decade and a half, him and Al Heyman and Bob fucked up boxing. Now it's time to pass the rock. It's the rock. It's time to pass the rock. It's time to move on. Yep, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. Time to let some new players in the game. So I ain't really trying to hear that shit. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all sitting here, a lot of these dudes feel married to the old version. Like, I'm so comfortable with this bullshit. No, it's time to turn a new leaf, dog. Y'all got Gillian Wallow running box. You got Aiden Ross doing the boxing league. You got another OT boxing league. So when you start seeing people come into a niche like this, they see an opportunity. Jake Paul. That mean they not doing their job to protect boxing, to protect the culture. They not doing their job. They not doing their job, bruh. De La Hoya ain't doing his job. As a gatekeeper in boxing, him, Al, Bob, they destroyed it. So it's time to turn Eddie. It's time to turn a new leaf. And Eddie can stay, because without Eddie, it wouldn't be no Saudis. Without Eddie and AJ, it wouldn't be no Saudis. So I don't mind Eddie hanging around to keep it a bean with you. I don't mind Eddie hanging around, but the rest of them bozos, they can go. But hit the link in the description, the first link, the link tree. You can find me everywhere: Patreon, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, wherever you want to follow me at the Free Game 89 channel. Appreciate y'all. Peace.